Okay.
There we go, and we're live.
Oh,
All right.
hello,
Alrighty, guys. So, welcome everyone to the Indie Teamup podcast, video show, whatever we want to call it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with some, I guess, basic introductions. Unless you wanted to go first, Carl.
I guess we can introduce everybody, and then I'll do my little spiel.
All right. So I'm Justin. Everyone knows me. Mostly directed towards Anthony here. If you want to go and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Anthony. I write for IndieGames.com, and I'm one of third of Neon Deity Games, makers of Shoot Shimi.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, it's a giant, well, I don't know giant, but it's a goldfish with big beefy arms.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. See, and you also do, tell us about the Buffalo project that you have.
Oh, the Buffalo Game Space?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Buffalo Game Space is a collective of local developers, and we kind of just get together, make things, discuss projects. We've hosted 4 game jams now locally, and we're going to be moving into a new space pretty soon. We just had a successful Kickstarter, so.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Yeah, it actually looks really cool.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Right.
guys.
Pretty awesome.
Everyone else
Sorry.
want to introduce themselves?
Yeah, so I'm Sean, Mr. Dupre on Twitter, and just part of the ITU team.
All right.
Colleen.
Colleen?
I'm Spaz Chicken, as you know. Yeah, I just
With a Z.
games. And yeah, Anthony's really cool. He put our game on at indiegames.com. our Road Cobra game. Sorry. Ugh.
Which also looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in Unreal Engine. I'm working on that right now, so hopefully it'll be like a lot awesomer.
Cool.
Right on. Yeah. So, guys, I'm Carl. I'm at Carl, K-A-R-Y-L on Twitter. And I'm actually only going to be here for a few more minutes. This is my last episode on the show. I decided to leave the podcast, but wanted to come on just for a few minutes just to say my farewells to everybody and let our listeners know what's up. So I don't really want to get into a great amount of detail. There's no real need for that. But the fact of the matter is that Sean and I have some very different opinions on the subject of Gamergate. So I made the choice to not have any connection to Gamergate, even by proxy, and so decided that I was going to leave. And yeah, that's basically all there really is to it. I had a lot of fun recording up to this point, but yeah, time has come for me to bow out, and so that is what I shall do.
Yeah, we're sad to see you go, but I mean, it's all civil. I mean, there's no really hard feelings from my side.
Yeah. I don't hate Sean for sure. I know that you know, Sean is an adult and he can make his own decisions, and same here. And so that's what I've done. And you know, we talked about it civilly, but in the end, this is my choice. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the bricks.
All right.
A lovely 5 minutes with you.
Yeah. Well, it was great to meet you, Anthony. Hello and goodbye. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's it for me this week, and see you guys around.
See you, Carl.
Later.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Oh. Sorry, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, we're in a transitionary week.
It was a somber moment.
Yeah, we're sad to see him go, but so what we usually kind of do for these is we like to kind of open up with the introductions and then kind of move into talking about what we're all working on. So if you want, Anthony, since you're our guest, do you want to kind of talk a little bit about some I guess some projects or things you've been working on recently?
Sure. So we're currently porting Shoot Shimi. Well, I guess I should take a step back. we're porting Tsushima into shoot, what's the name of the engine? Why can't I think of it right now? Not Unreal, it's the other big one, Unity.
Unity.
We're porting it into Unity. And, it just was on the tip of my tongue. So we're putting it into Unity. The plan was to release a simple update, which, as we all know, simple updates tend to snowball. So it became a pretty massive update as we continued to just add features and things just kept getting put in, and the game is effectively doubled in size. So in addition to moving it into Unity, we're going to be porting it up to the Wii U, PS4, Vita, possibly the 3DS, and all the three Steam platforms.
Wow.
Alright.
So we're moving along with it. Not exactly sure when we're going to be releasing. It's looking like maybe spring.
And what was the name of the game again? I actually haven't seen it yet.
It's Shoot Shimi. Here, I can grab you a trailer real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's the current situation.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's about it on my end right now. And aside from that, we're trying to get the game space, its new location, but I'm not too heavily involved in that aspect of the game space right now.
So do you have a publisher for your game or anything, or are you guys kind of doing everything by yourself?
We're currently talking to somebody about a contract, and I can't say who yet, but it's looking good. So
Okay.
as soon as we can announce it, I can say it, but I can't right now, which is unfortunate. But there's something in the works. So
It looks awesome. I'm looking at the picture of the fish right now, and it's like a cross between a goldfish and Duke Nukem. And if you just push them together, that's what it looks like.
we definitely use Duke Nukem as reference for the look of the fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the title screen. On the title screen, he's smoking just this big cigar, and there's just a smoke trail.
That's what.
I'll go ahead and share that on my screen so viewers can see if they want.
Plus.
I guess we have to all be quiet, so it'll go on.
So as that's playing, I guess I had another question for you, Anthony. So all these platforms you're porting to, is that kind of one of the primary reasons you guys decided to switch over to Unity, or were there other reasons for that as well?
We were going to switch to Unity anyway, just because it's easier to get everything working. But it made it a lot easier of a choice once we started having discussions about what platforms it was going to come to.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a no-brainer. Since we were moving toward Unity anyway, we just kind of sped the process up.
Right.
So
yeah, it just makes sense. Unity is quite the engine, the dream system, if you will.
And the 3DS is the outlier. We're not sure what's up with that yet.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very possible that that's coming too, but probably maybe not directly as simultaneous launch.
Cool, but exciting nonetheless.
What was that?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, actually, what was I going to say? Brain fart here.
We don't know.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, at the end of the video, I saw green light. How's that going for
Oh, we're green lit. We made
you are?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we made it, I think, like 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It felt really nice after sitting on there since like January.
Oh,
jeez. Limp our way across the finish line, but we got there.
But you made it, yeah.
So how long did that take about, if you don't mind me asking?
So I guess like 11 months, approximately. Yeah, because we went on...
That's about normal, from what I've heard.
Yeah, we got on about January, and then we got, like, it spikes here or there, and then you go up a bunch of %, and then they green light other things, so you go up because the space at the top clears. And we were stuck at, like, 90% for, like, 2 months.
Oh, wow.
It was awful.
That's going to be frustrating.
Especially since it seems like they've stopped greenlighting stuff, like, en masse. Like, I haven't seen them release, like, a big, like, 50 titles are greenlit in a long time, so... I don't know exactly what's going on.
I don't think anything's decided, but as I understand it from the rumors, is that what they're doing is they're going to switch to kind of just open, like, pretty much anyone can put games on. But what they're doing first is the new curation system. That's why they started that up. That way, because they don't want it to become like the App Store where it's just flooded with garbage. But they want to allow more things in, because they're quality things that just didn't have as big of an audience, because maybe the people don't know how to do PR marketing, whatever the case may be, so they didn't get greenlit because people just didn't see it, even if it's a quality game,
Yeah.
And there was a lot of that going on as well. So I think that's one of the reasons for it. But yeah, those rumors seem to at least make sense. I mean, because they were talking about doing the curation system for it for a while, and now the curation system is in. So yeah.
Sure.
Hmm.
And
All right. Go
one
ahead.
final thing we're doing, just a quick plug, if anybody's in the Toronto area, on December 6th, we'll be showing off the game at Bipazar. It's a local, well, as local as Toronto is, but it's a local game/food show at Bento Miso, which is a shared workspace for development. And they open the doors for the day, and you just kind of come, hang out, play games, and eat food.
Awesome.
Sounds like fun.
But what about that snow?
Oh, geez.
Are you guys stuck in the house?
I haven't been to work since Monday.
Wow.
So I tried to leave today. I thought I could do it, and then the car got stuck in the driveway. And I'm not even in one of the worst areas. We have a lot of snow, but not it's too much still. But some places are literally the doors are barricaded over. I can get outside of my house and walk to the store and stuff, but the car is not going to get through the street. Other places, they literally can't even leave their houses.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's some freak thing where a stream of just whatever the front was, it just parked itself over just a stretch of the city and sat here for 3 days. They said 5 feet in the last 3 days.
Where else did that happen? I was hearing about.
No, that was Buffalo.
Oh, it was Buffalo.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty rough.
And I complain over here when it's 30 degrees.
What I would
Actually, I lived in upstate New York for about 5 years. Watertown. It's about 3 hours from Buffalo.
Sure, I know where it is.
Yeah, so we see it pretty bad, affect snow, but never 5-6 feet in a matter of a day. That's
To be fair,
ridiculous.
I've never seen that up till this point.
Yeah.
This is insane.
No, even when I lived in northern Maine, we would have snow walls, crazy snow walls at the end of winter, but never.
Yeah, built up over weeks or months, not in a day or two.
It's that lake effect. For some reason Lake Erie just dumps it on us.
Oh, someone just asked, did you use itch.io for Shutsumi?
I don't know if we have a page up there. We're on Humble. We're on Indie Game Stand. We have a game on itch.io, but it's not that game. I don't think we have an itch.io up for that. I could be wrong.
I have not used this site, and I feel bad because it looks cool.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, it was just made by one guy, at least originally. I don't know how many people are working on it now, and it really took off.
Yeah, it looks really nice. That's cool. Is it just indie games on here?
For the most
think
part.
so.
I mean, I don't know if they exclude AAA games, but I don't know if any AAA games see the value in it.
Right. No, but it's good. It's good to have these different platforms for indies to stick together. Speaking of which, I guess we'll roll into what we're doing.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you want to talk about Indie Teamup.
Talk about indies sticking together. So yeah, we hit 600 indies on the platform today. 600. And I mean, it's been slow rolling, but I mean, we're just in beta. We're stoked to see everybody on board, and the feedback has just been phenomenal.
No, the site's pretty cool. I set up maybe 3 weeks ago. How long ago did you guys launch it?
Maybe
Over
3
a
weeks
month.
ago, I think.
It
No,
was
it's
over a month.
Yeah, it's been a little over a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah, we're
time
moving
flies.
kind of slow on dev.
No, it's pretty cool. I think it's gonna, as long as people jump on, I think they're gonna use it as a really good resource to just try and find people who are like-minded and trying to do the same thing. Just maybe you don't have the right people for your team right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much of that. it seems like people are actually like finding teams and teaming up, and there's a lot of cohesion there.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of messaging going on also.
Mhm.
Like just looking at our analytics, people are definitely talking like in the system. So that's, I mean, it's good. That's one of our goals with it.
Yep.
Not just to connect people, but get them talking and hopefully working together. So
Right. Some cool things that I saw recently are users coming on that are like, I really want to step up my my footprint, or I want to actually start making games, and this is kind of their way to step back into it, which is something really cool I saw this week.
Yeah. My big thing is to allow people like me, like artists that want to be able to make games that they don't know how to, or if they don't know where to go. So
for
that's
artists, you said?
yeah, like different talents that can help people that have ideas.
Right. Because I mean, it takes all types. We've seen sound designers come in. We've even had, there was one guy who was looking for somebody who knew law or was a lawyer that could help them set up basically a business so that they could have a studio. And I was like, that's so cool.
I've seen a couple of voice actors also.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't see that.
Good variety of people. I mean, I think the most common, I guess, skill sets you see are programmers and artists.
Yeah.
A lot of music people.
We've got
there's a good amount of
exclusively from musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few musicians come on and like really push themselves, which is cool. I mean, that's what it's there for. Make those connections.
Message teams.
Yeah, mass message the teams. I mean, it allows it. Go for it. I mean, you really want to put yourself out there. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. You have to actually go out and search for people that you're wanting to find.
Yeah, and we're finding nuances of like how can you, we've had people want to search in different ways than we kind of thought when we set it up.
Yeah, one of the common ones we've been getting a lot of feedback on is location-based search. People want to be able to search based on their area to find devs near them. So.
Right, or searching for what other indies are looking for. People want to be able to search that. And I guess we just
common searches. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the big thing also is there's a lot of artists on there, but they don't have a place to show what they do.
Yeah.
They will soon.
Yeah, that's one of the three big things that we're planning on putting in next.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I helped one guy today actually for a video editor. Like he was trying to find one, and I ended up searching on Indie Teamup, and I actually found quite a few video editors. So I told him, and he's all like, "Oh, thank you."
Cool. So what are we sitting at? I think it was 604 indies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, welcome everybody. Hope you're enjoying the beta. What has Colleen been working on?
Indie Teamup. I'm trying to figure out Unreal Engine, but there's so much stuff. Like I don't know where to start. So I actually made a triangle in 3D Studio Max and put it in with collision, and I got a guy to jump over it. I'm like, yay! Something going, but yeah, a lot of stuff to learn yet. But it's fun. I like going through all the little samples, all the caves and stuff that they have, checking everything out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I can't wait to get on the game again because it's been a while.
Just saw one of our viewers, listeners. He happens to be, he or she, don't know, happens to be one of the voice actors. They're like, I'm one of those actors.
Oh yeah. Cool. So forgot what else does Carl usually do.
We're still working out how to run this thing.
Yeah. Carl's usually kind of the guy that runs it, so if we're a little scattered.
We'll have it done that next week.
Fine. Give yourselves some credit.
One of the things that we usually talk about also, it's usually towards the end of the show, but just so there's no lull. We also like to talk about things we've been playing. Doesn't have to be video games; it can be board games as well. Anyone want to hit that off?
I bought Far Cry 4, and I've been lost in the jungle.
It's not a jungle.
It's kind of a jungle.
Far Cry 4 looks amazing, though.
It actually is,
does.
though. It's like they're finally giving us exactly what we want. It's like we've been saying it for years. We just want like the regular Far Cry co-op. That's it. And they finally gave it to us. And it's as good as you can give us.
Yeah, actually, me and Sean were literally playing up to probably about 5 minutes before the podcast started. But
We took out a fortress.
Cool. Have you played it, Anthony?
I haven't. I haven't played a Far Cry since 2, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I haven't played any of them, actually. But Part 4 looks really cool.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good.
My biggest spiel with like the single player storyline, and I'm not going to give anything away here, but the character development in 3 was like really good. I loved like you felt like your character was scared or he didn't want to do the things that he was doing when you were playing through the game until he got more comfortable with it as this character progressed. But in 4, they really jump in a lot faster, and your character's just kind of like, oh, this is no problem, and then you can go explore. So they jump in a lot faster.
I don't. I haven't gotten that far in the main storyline. I've been doing a lot of random crap, so I can't speak too much in terms of character development. But yeah, in 3, you started out as kind of a whiny crybaby and built your way up to be like this badass. But yeah, in this one, it does seem like, I mean, you kind of start. Your guy doesn't say much. He's a native to the local area, which apparently is the first time Far Cry's done that. Usually, you're like some white guy and you're going to some exotic place, so it's kind of different for a Far Cry game. But yeah, in this one, you start out like, all right, let's go kill people type attitude, like
You have no problem with it.
yeah, and it's just like, I mean, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I haven't gone too much into the storyline to see if that's like how the character develops. So I couldn't say if it's
I think the
if it's
other
done well or not yet.
like your main character, because he's just so into it already, is not really that interesting. Whereas the other characters, like all the NPCs you do quests with, their stories are a lot more interesting just because they have more character development than like your player.
Yeah, like, I mean, in Far Cry 3, like, because you started out kind of like a crybaby, like, it starts out with you essentially getting captured, and then you have to, like, break your way out, and, like, I feel like going through those quote-unquote trials made it feel,
Like you were growing.
yeah, I guess. I mean, there were a lot of trials you had to go through, and you felt like you were kind of like, I don't know, like working your way towards something, like as a character. Maybe this one will have some surprises. I don't know.
Anyway, that's obviously what Justin and I are playing.
Yeah, I want to ask one question though. Like, I've seen pictures of this white tiger. Like, what is that? Is that like an actual thing that you actually see in the game?
I've seen 1 or 2 of them.
I mean, there's like like they call them cloud leopards, but they're like,
Yeah.
it's not big. It's kind of small. There's big Bengal. I think they're Bengal, like the orange
Yeah,
tigers.
They're Bengal tigers.
Yeah, there's big Bengal tigers.
I trampled one with an elephant, and I felt
Yeah, like the not the story, but just like kind of the theme seems to be like elephant versus tiger. Like it's supposed to be like the elephant's defensive and the tiger's really offensive, and like the tiger's orange and the elephant's blue. So like they have like that blue and yellow like clashing like in any kind of like screenshots or promotional material that they've been putting out. But like, so I figured that the tigers would be like the strongest like animal in there, like offense-wise, but like I've seen a bear take tigers out multiple times.
yeah, don't
I'm just
fuck with
like,
bears.
yeah, bears are no joke in that game.
Or the honey badgers. They will fuck you
No,
up.
those honey, you just kick them in the face.
Anyway, That's enough about Far Cry 4. Let's hear
I
what,
bet
what
don't
you
care.
guys have been playing.
Who? Me or
Yeah.
him?
Both.
Me?
Unreal 2.
Yeah, Anthony. I've been playing like the original Unreal for a long time.
I haven't played that in forever.
It's the only game she has.
No, I haven't.
Oh, sorry. She also has Myst.
Well, we know she has the case of Myst, but we never hear of her playing it.
No, she talked about it.
I tried installing this again today, or not? Yeah, today, and I just keep getting an error, so I'm really pissed about that. I bought it and I never actually got to play it. I bought it like years ago, but
You need DOS.
no, not DOS.
Myst is really good. You should get that working.
I love Myst, but this is like the 3D one. I've never played 3D ones, but I love the little 2D ones. But I don't know. I played it on my XP. I had XP 2 weeks ago.
Not anymore. Now you have Windows 8.
Yeah, I have Windows 8 now. But yeah, I tried this like years ago, and my graphic card didn't do well on it, so I didn't get to play it. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I didn't really get to play anything, sadly.
Just download it.
You already paid for it. It's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If
if you
you have
own
the
it, that's
box,
fine,
somebody
right?
can prove it.
Actually, it might not technically be illegal. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, come on, man. I got these CDs.
Right. If the cops come to your house, just give them the discs.
Anyway, so what about you, Anthony? What have you been playing?
So the last 2 days, since I've been snowed in, I decided I was going to try and play through Battletoads on the Nintendo.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
But I
Watched a video of that yesterday.
decided that I would do it with save states because it's so frustrating. It's still really hard with save states, it turns out. Battletoads is no joke. And it's like, I wish somebody would go back like they did with Castlevania, hack the ROM and fix it up a little, because the game is really cool. Like, there's a lot of awesome ideas, but it's so punishing in just the worst ways. Like, why does it have limited continues when the game will? I can't even explain to you how often it dumps you into a new situation that you've never seen before, and it's just auto kill. So, and there's like
You have to
13
memorize every button press that you need to take from beginning to end.
For a lot of the levels, that's actually very true.
I remember
Oh my goodness.
a lot of games were like that. Well, maybe not a lot, but I definitely remember games being like that more often than not back in the day.
Like,
Back
and
in the day.
I'm no stranger to like old hard Nintendo games. Like, I could play through both the first 2 Ninja Gaidens pretty much no problem.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Also, was Ninja Gaiden.
I've been working on a no-death Castlevania run, and I can get all the way to Dracula. So I'm not any stranger to like the difficulty of the Nintendo, but that game is just unreasonable.
What about Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
That game's memorization. It's a good game. It's well designed, but you can memorize your inputs in the fights. It's really good though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's unfairly difficult, but it is difficult for sure, especially when you get later on. And I also played Boson X. I don't know if anybody here's played it yet.
No.
So basically, I guess the best way to describe it is it's a behind-the-back auto runner where it's kind of like Super Hexagon. You have to like jump from platform to platform without falling off. So you're running straight, and then there's like a platform on your left, so you jump to the left, and then you go around like, I don't know if it's a hexagon or an octagon, but you have to get like 100% the blue platforms. Like it's like a charge thing. So as you're on the blue platforms, it charges up the meter. It's really cool. I can't recommend it enough. I spent a good portion of the day today trying to finish it. I was not successful, but it is very awesome.
I've never heard of the game. Is it pretty new?
I think it's newish. I think it came out within the last month.
Okay. And is it on consoles or is it on PC?
I bought it on my Ouya because it just sits there and does nothing, so I figured I'd do something with it. But I think it's on Steam too.
There's games on the Ouya?
You know, there are.
I was really hopeful with it for the Ouya, and it didn't pick up enough steam. I don't think.
I loved
Be sad.
It's like a little what, phone console, basically.
Yeah.
And
I read recently that 97% of people don't buy a new game.
yeah,
Buy
and
a new game?
do you know how it works, Sean?
No.
Unless they change things, how it worked was if you put a game on it, you have to include something for free, even if it maybe even just a level or something. You have to include something for free. So, but apparently, yeah, a lot of people just don't buy anything. They just play through the free stuff and then move on.
Dang.
Well, that was a smart idea for the developers.
People
Yeah.
like us where
Well, I mean, it was an interesting idea. They were trying to be, I don't know, I guess fair to the consumer, but unfortunately, yeah, people didn't.
Yeah, and I mean, we do need we need more consoles. We've got basically Xbox and PlayStation for the a certain type of games, and then you've got more arcade games.
Yeah, realistic,
Sure.
graphically realistic games are going to be your Microsoft and Sony consoles, and then Nintendo's going to have your more generally. I guess I'd say family-oriented. I mean, not every game is family-oriented, obviously, but it seems like the console is geared more towards that.
It seems like they just make the same game over and over again, but change it a little bit.
Well, Nintendo specific games, they definitely
Yeah.
milk their IP, which that's fine. I mean, at least they mix it up and they do different things. I mean, look at how many different things they've done with the Mario franchise.
Oh yeah.
It's just that there's so much of it that it gets kind of watered down. Huh?
I still like the Mario franchise, though.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's just some people, it can feel watered down when there's, Mario, I think there's something like over 500 Mario games or something.
I haven't played that many.
I certainly haven't.
Played Mario 3, Super Mario World.
And that's it.
you got some catching up to do.
But it's all fresh. And Mario Kart.
Mario Party? You've never played a Mario Party?
Don't bother
Oh,
with
man.
those.
No, those are a lot of fun for when you have a bunch of people over and I don't know, not a bunch of people, but we used to do that.
Well, I played it at the mall probably for 2 minutes. Years ago.
I don't know. I guess I skipped a lot of console stuff. I did a lot of LAN parties as a kid. Those were the shit, and they were.
We still have Halo 1 lands, so
Yes.
That's Halo 1 still. Honestly, it's my favorite out of all of them in terms of just playing with the group of people. I don't know. It was just the multiplayer on that was so much fun.
it's the pinnacle for me still.
Yeah.
Really, more than 2 multiplayer.
Yeah, a lot of people. I don't admit to that. I only did because Anthony brought it up. But yeah, a lot of people will kind of laugh at you and be like, "What about 2?"
The campaign from 1 was better than 2, but I liked 2's multiplayer better.
No, I definitely like 1's multiplayer better.
It-
I mean,
it's probably-
2's multiplayer was still fun. I just like 1 a lot better.
An argument can be made for either, but there's just something magical about the first one's gameplay. All the nuances, all the goofy glitches and tricks where you can grab stuff through floors, and it's
Super
just
jump.
it was a really fun game to learn how to play.
Sniping
well.
with a pistol.
Yeah.
So they still haven't made the pistol good in any of the Halos after that.
It really happens.
It's because they made it too good in the first one.
Yeah, it was too good. It really was.
It was OP, but it was so
Sniper
fun.
Pistol. No, it was the
I
best.
enjoyed it. I played it with co-op with a Jari. It was
Yeah.
fun. Good times.
Yeah, we used to do warthog battles, where I don't know. I don't know if anybody else ever did this, but you take 2 warthogs and you basically try to ram each other, and the first one to get flipped loses.
We've definitely done things like that. That's the kind of stuff that game engenders.
Oh yeah, no, it's all the nuances. It definitely had more of that in 1. Yeah. So I've also been playing Fallout 3 again.
Yeah, pulling out the not really old games, but old for you.
I never beat it though. And apparently I didn't get very far in it. But then I found out that the story mode is just like really short. Just too short. Yeah, and make a save before you get to the end, because like once you go in there and you initiate the end of the game thing, like you have to go back to a different save. There's no way to go back out into the world after you beat the game.
I hate when games do that.
I know. Skyrim at least did that well, where like once you beat the game, you
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna have a sandbox game, just let it continue to be sandbox.
And I just like ran through the main storyline, got my person leveled up, geared up, and then it's like the game's over and I haven't even started exploring yet. I'm like, God damn it.
That's the worst.
Okay. I'm not sure how we want to structure the new podcast. Like, I want to try to keep them short. We're over 30 minutes now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal's an hour for these, but yeah, it might be a shorter week. I saw these. I don't think we talked about this one in our kind of suggested topics list. Best project management techniques for small teams. If we wanted to talk a little bit about that before we finish this up. Does anyone have any tips, tricks, techniques, things that you guys do for project management, or if you guys want to talk about your workflow? Anyone want to start us off on that?
Mine lists. That's the main thing. If I don't have
to-do lists.
Yeah, if I don't have a to-do list, I don't get things done. So yeah, we talked about that a while back, but
yeah, I can definitely sympathize with that.
Yeah. I'm more of a self-starter than Najari is. Like, if he doesn't have anything, any list or anything, if I don't tell him what to do, he's not going to do it.
Oh, wow.
He's going to play video games.
Exactly. So, but he's doing really good. He's learning 3D Studio Max.
All right.
Going through a book. But, yeah, that's the main thing. And I don't remember which one of you said it a long time ago, but even if you're burnt out, you try to get something done every day.
Yeah, like one small thing. I haven't been following that recently, and that's bad.
Yeah, I don't remember who brought it up. It's definitely something that I believe is it just no matter what, if you're getting burnt out, it's fine to take breaks, but even if you just do one little thing each day, just so there's steady progress, because it's too easy to be like, oh man, I'm burnt out, and then just like, all right, I'm gonna take a day, and then you're like, man, I'm still not feeling it, and then you take a day, and then after 3 or 4 days, you're like, I haven't worked on it in like a few days, and I don't really feel like working on this right now, and then you know, depending on the project, you might just fall through and not ever pick it back up again, you know, or if you do finally pick it back up, you have no idea what was going on, so.
Yeah, I kind of dealt with that now, actually, with Red Cobra.
Yeah.
Learning Unreal, I just couldn't get my mind wrapped around like starting it. So I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and 3 weeks goes by. No, like maybe like a week and a half. But just now starting to do it.
No. What about from the guy who's like right in the middle of a huge project?
Yeah.
So we have a Google Doc that we just kind of all append stuff to, and we're always in a chat all day, just on GChat, just hanging out, just throwing whatever ideas we can at each other. So we have a pretty direct line of contact, and the documentation process is really good. And it's like you guys are saying, like as long as you're continually doing one thing, even if it's tiny, you're making some progress, and that is really important. If you do take the time off and just kind of bail for a day, it does snowball.
Yep.
So that is one of the most important things, is just to keep going, because it does catch up with you if you stop.
Cool. So that. It sounds like everybody kind of does that.
Yeah.
But you don't use any ticket tracking software though. You just a Google Doc and chat.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's enough for you guys.
It's got us this far. I don't know if it's the best process, but yeah, no ticket tracking software.
I mean, to me, it's like whatever works, and as long as everybody is getting their work done and is doing it with good cohesion, like go for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some times where we'll be like, hey, did you get that thing done? Oh, I forgot about that. We should have wrote it down. Which is kind of why we started doing the doc to begin with.
Right. You might think about looking at Trello.
Yeah, that's what we use.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That thing, it's pretty awesome.
It's like if you need a checklist of things to do and a place to take notes and a place to converse, like it does everything and it's free.
Alright, we're gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, it's a super easy tool if you just want something light. It's not like Jira or anything large like that. So
Pretty
All
cool. What happened to Justin?
I know. I think he fell off the face.
Hey,
of the
can you hear me?
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
I think my mic like burped or something. I don't know. So, yeah. Trello again, just as Sean was saying, Trello is what we use. It's one of those tools that it doesn't force you to, I guess, keep track of things in any specific way. It just kind of gives you different tools that you can use however you need to keep track of stuff. So that's why it's very much kind of like free form. Do it how you want, but the tools are there. So you can be very structured with it if that's how you want, but it doesn't force anything. So I think that's why we like to use it.
Sure, we'll have to check it out. It sounds like it could be really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use it for the Indie Teamup website. We both all use it all together.
So, actually, before we finish up, Anthony, I did have some questions, or just wanted to kind of pick your brain, or see if you wanted to chat a little bit more about the Buffalo game space. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I saw it on Kickstarter. Thought it was really great. That's actually something that I've been just throwing around a little about doing something here in Portland. But wait, there's a lot of planning that would go into that, I imagine. But just kind of, I guess, see what your experience was with that.
Yeah, it's not unlike what you guys are doing with Indie Teamup, where you're trying to unite people who are out there who have a certain talent but don't necessarily know how to break into what's going on. We're just doing it locally, so it's like there's a lot of people here that are artists, there's a lot of musicians, other programmers, and while we all have the interest, we might not know how to just jump in and start a project. So the idea was to just kind of like unite everybody and say, hey, we're all looking to do this. Maybe we can do it together. So it's been going on now for, maybe close to 2 years. We got involved maybe a year and a half ago, and every week you see new faces. It's really nice that every other week is about how often the meetings are, and we had to cancel the one this week because of the snow. But yeah, nobody could get anywhere. So it's really nice just to know that like around you, and I would imagine that no matter where you guys live, there's going to be people around you that are similarly interested and have skill sets that they just don't know how to apply or who to apply them with. And it goes right along, like, it's not just artists and musicians and programmers, like, the legal people are also out there looking to help. Like you guys said earlier, on Indie Teamup, there's somebody out there doing that too. So everybody's got a part to play if they're interested, and it's just all about bringing those people together and having them work together.
That's so cool. I mean, that's something that we've talked about doing with Indie Teamup. You know, the IRL meetings.
Yeah, actual physical place.
And like talking about like locations earlier is one of our most requested things. Like, I'm just kind of throwing ideas out there. Like, what if we on Indie Teamup had a database of locations wherever that people are doing these kind of meetups or places, like physical locations that are owned and people can go to do these things. I think that'd be really cool to kind of put that out there.
Yeah, and you guys could even, like, if you set up, they can meet up in coffee shops or whatever. We were lucky enough to have, there was a golf dome that one of the guys was working on the software for the golf sims there, and they gave him the warehouse for like the last year and a half, but then they got bought and we had to move out, so that's why we had the Kickstarter, so we could get the new space. So, I mean, especially if it starts small, like I think they started meeting at one of the local colleges and then branched out from there. So it's all got to start somewhere, and it's the typical grassroots thing. You just you plant the seeds and hope it grows, and as long as you cultivate it properly, it could be bigger before you know it.
Right. Yeah, that's probably something that we'll take part in eventually once we get Indie Team Up off the ground. Cool. Justin, you wanna take it away?
No, yeah, that's really just I wanted to kind of hear about the experience, and sounds like it's still going strong, still growing. That's great.
Yeah, I think we got contacted recently by the local art museum, and they're trying to do some kind of project here, and they want to do games like specifically for them and installations. We're not 100% sure on how that works yet because we haven't talked to them, but they reached out to us for it. So
Yeah,
it's just one of those things that you never know what's going to come of it locally.
yeah. As a teacher actually contacted me last weekend about being interested in Indie Team Up and stuff, and she told me about all these different programs and everything that we could possibly have booths for, and I don't know, like I don't really, I don't know, I have to talk to her again, but I don't know, I'm just kind of excited to be able to possibly expand outside of Twitter. For Indie Team Up, because that's the big thing for me is I just got to figure out how to expand outside of Twitter.
Right.
Without being promotion.
Right. Yeah, that's always difficult when you don't have the funds to do that. I mean, Indie Team Up itself already takes a little chunk of change to run every month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to go to conventions. Are you guys gonna go to conventions at all, or Anthony?
Are we going to be showing the game off at conventions, or like I personally attend PAX both Prime and East every year. If things go the way we're thinking, we may be at PAX East this year on a exhibitor basis, but
All right.
again, we can't really say the details just yet. But it's probably happening. I don't know if I should even really be saying that, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I don't know if you guys are anywhere near. You guys are all Pacific time zone.
Sean's in Denver, but yeah, we're all this way.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys would probably be better suited for something like Prime since that's in Seattle, even though that's still not close, relatively speaking.
That's a 3-hour drive for me.
Yeah, that is actually where I was located up until like 5 or 6 months ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I spent like 2.5 years there, and I still have the key on my keychain to my uncle's house, so I can just kind of roll up whenever I want.
Denver's nice too, so you didn't take a step down.
No, I love it.
Yes, I did.
Now, in your Pacific Northwest syndrome.
All right. Well, unless anyone else had anything else they want to talk about, I think we could probably wrap this up.
Cool.
No, I think I'm good.
Any last words?
No, other than go check out Indie Team Up.
Yes, go sign up.
Anything you want to plug, Anthony?
I just want to say thanks for having me on, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm sorry we're in kind of a transition.
No, you guys handled it really well. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't really have a host right now, so we're going to have to get that straightened out. I mean, we just kind of had to put this together in the last couple of hours, so.
It's perfectly fine. You guys did a great job. It's been good discussion. I don't know. I have no complaints.
Cool. Well, what's your Twitter handle? I don't know if I've followed you.
I would like to plug that.
I'm at Hang On Get Ready.
At Hang On Get Ready.
Yep, and also there's the Shushimi handle as well, which is just at Shushimi.
Okay.
I am already following you. Oh, I followed you a long ways back.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why I didn't recognize you. Oh, it's the beard.
Yeah, the beard.
Makes you look a lot older.
That's going to happen as I get older, I think.
Okay, well, cool. So that is at Hang On Get Ready. No weird spellings. And I am Mr. Dupre, MRDEP REY. And Justin, I forget yours, so you can say that.
Just Justin35F.
What's up with 35F?
When I was in the Army, that was my MOS.
Oh, okay.
And I've just always used that. That was a 35 bucks. MOS sorry, if people don't know, MOS, that's like your job. And there's like a designator. So like, I was an intelligence analyst, they call it a 35 bucks.
I see.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, continue on with your...
Well, I think, did we get you, Spaz Chickens?
No.
I wasn't going to spell it.
I think it's SPAZCHICKENS.
Yeah.
Or Z.
I didn't hear Zed.
Zed.
I'm not Canadian, sorry.
Okay, well, we're gonna wrap this up then. It was good having everybody on. Thanks for coming on, Anthony.
Yeah, thanks again, guys.
Thanks.
It was a lot of
It's
fun.
like 1 o'clock in the morning over there.
Yeah, it's 1:30.
Oh,
All
jeez.
right.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Later.
No.
everyone.
6 feet of snow, remember?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be going into work tomorrow. I haven't looked out the window in a couple hours, so
The answer is no.
we might be buried again.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for showing up, Anthony. We'll
No problem.
talk to y'all next week.
Later.
Bye.